everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Speed Build Sunday. So today we're building an autumnal family home. So this is my first autumnal build, like my first build for autumn this year. And I did actually build this quite a while ago, like a couple of weeks ago for sure, maybe months, I don't know. And I didn't plan on making this an autumnal build at all. But I didn't make a video on it so far, but I did film it, like I did capture my building, and I looked back at it and I kind of thought like, you know, this kind of has some autumnal vibes to it, you know, the color scheme and all. And yeah, so I went back and just decorated it for fall basically. So, or autumn or whatever you say, wherever you live in the world. So yeah, so what you see now is just me like building the shell and just coming up like with the color scheme and all that. And by the way, I did not have an inspiration picture for this for a change, which I usually always do. Like usually I always find like inspiration on Pinterest, then I see something that I want to try and build. But in this case, I kind of just felt like, you know, I just wanted to sit down and build something without even like thinking about it really, just like yeah, I just felt like building, and that's what I did and that's what I came up with. And I think it's pretty cool. Like it's a fairly big family home, and yeah, it's like nothing too special. I do like how the roofing turned out, and I do love the balconies, like the round shapes. I do really like that. And yeah, I built this in summer. So yeah, it probably was like a couple months ago, because when I built this, it was really still summer here in Germany. And I mean, it only just started getting like fall-y here in like, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago. It was like super hot still in September. So yeah, I definitely felt like summer, and that's why I did include a pool in this build as well. Which you will see later on. But yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have done that if I initially even like planned on making this an autumnal build, but I did, and I decided to keep it because, you know, there's like parts in the world where even in fall and in autumn, you know, it's still like fairly warm or hot even. So yeah, I mean, you know, if you have a pool, you wouldn't like get rid of the pool for autumn and winter, you know? It's like you would still have the pool, you know? So yeah, I kept it, of course. And also, don't forget to subscribe, because I know you didn't. I know. Do it. Yeah, I really like the mixture of the wallpapers here. I decided to go with this really bold green one, which is that base game. It's probably base game. And then also with the brick from, I think that's the one that came with the country kitchen kit. Yeah, and I used it in the pale green swatch, and then also I used the same base game wallpaper in this dark brown. And I really like that. Like, yeah, it's kind of like a mixture that really works well together. The green and the dark brown, which is interesting because my last build was the 100 Baby Dream Home. And I also used green, like a very pale green in that build on the exterior. And usually I don't use green at all. Like green is like probably my least favorite color. Other than like nature, you know, like I love plants and landscaping and greenery, like there can't be enough green in my opinion. If you've been here a while, you would know that. But yeah, like as a color, green really isn't my favorite, but I kind of feel like lately I'm kind of warming up to it. I don't know, like I probably wouldn't wear anything green. Maybe I would. I don't know, but you know, yeah, I'm kind of warming up to it. I do like the look of it. I do like it for this specific build. And yeah, it looks really cool. I decided to go with it with this, what's that roof? The one that came with cottage living, you know, the one that's, I forget what that's called, but you can see it here. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we're on to the interior now. And the interior is very different from what I usually do. Like this is very modern, for me anyway, like for my understanding, this is very modern. And I don't typically go for anything modern. That's just not really my style. I think also I'm just not very good at it. I don't know how to make things look good in a modern style. But yeah, this whole thing, like the whole downstairs area is completely open, which I do like. Like usually I do enjoy like closed off rooms, even like small rooms, because I just think it's very cozy, you know? But this kind of has an appeal to it, you know, just having this big open area. And yeah, I don't know, you can just, you know, you never really feel alone, I guess, when there's someone in the kitchen and you're in the living room, or there's also like a seating area in the entrance, and like in the entrance area. So yeah, wherever you are, you can kind of always hear other people, and well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of comforting, right? So yeah. Yeah, and I do really like how it turned out. Again, in the interior, I also used green, especially on the downstairs, like the ground floor. And also paired it with this dark, warm brown. And I think that works very well. Like the kitchen, I don't even know what kitchen that is. I never use that kitchen, like the counters. I don't even know which pack they came from. I don't know. But it looks very cool. And I do love this big glass table and the chairs in that swatch. I think that's the chairs that came with this fitness pack. I might be wrong, but I think maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I think that works quite well. Yeah, like I said, like I didn't really have any plans for this build, so it kind of really felt good to just like, you know, just let go and just build without like having anything in mind and just trying stuff. And I used this these eco lifestyle wall decor items, which I never really use. I used one of these cabinets and stacked it like three of these cabinets on top of each other to make like a big, like, I don't know, like flies, to turn it into like a big, I don't know, you know, like a closet, pantry, or whatever you call that. And yeah, that's a seating area in the entrance area. And I'm just adding a bunch of pumpkins. And well, basically, like I did that later on. I already finished building. I just included the footage here because it makes sense. Yeah, so I basically used like what I do when I build for autumn or Halloween or whatever. I always filter by the spooky stuff pack and seasons and the holiday pack, and also like cottage living, because there's in debug in cottage living there's these big pumpkins and they just look beautiful, so I also use those. But it's mainly like those three packs, spooky stuff, holiday, and seasons, because they just have a lot of like these yeah, these kind of festive items, you know. And yeah, I really loved decorating this house for autumn or fall. And I really wanted this to be mainly for the season. You know, like I didn't want to include any Halloween or spooky stuff because there will be other builds upcoming about that. Yeah, I just wanted it to be very fall-like and very cozy, you know, and have a lot of this orangey and reddish kind of colors. And yeah, so this is the living room, also very modern. Like I love this archway from Jungle Adventure. And I added a grand piano, and I used these new paintings. They're fairly new. I think they are base game, and I used two of those besides, like next to each other. And then I just added a big well, a big painting with a black frame, and I used Tool to kind of just pull that out a little bit so it looks like the frame is surrounding these two paintings, if that makes any sense, like if you get what I mean. Yeah, I use that trick sometimes. I think it's quite cool, especially with posters. We do have quite a few cool posters, but I've said that before, I typically don't really like using posters without a frame. I don't know. I used to do that like in real life. I used to have posters like that in my room, like always. when I was younger, even in my 20s. But now, you know, I don't know. Is that a thing? Like when you grow old, you don't really like posters without frames. I don't know, but I don't feel it anymore, you know? Yeah, so I'm just adding like a bunch of these garlands with the leaves on them. I think they're just adorable. Like I love all this decor that we got with these. I think it's a lot of that is seasons, I think. And yeah, this is one of the bedrooms. There's two bedrooms in this house. I was thinking there would be like a family living there, like the parents and a teen girl or boy. And this would be like the parents' bedroom. And I did keep the bedrooms like fairly neutral, I would say. I didn't really, you'll see the other bedroom in a second. Yeah, this one has definitely like this yellow, bluish or teal kind of color scheme. And I do really like how it turned out. I do love this bed. I think that also came with seasons. Did it? I don't know. Like, did it? I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, and they also have like a balcony attached. This is the balcony that goes out to the front of the house, and there's another balcony on the back which is attached to the other bedroom. So yeah, each bedroom has an ensuite bathroom and also an attached balcony. So that's pretty cool. Like yeah, I mean, when I was a teen, like I would have loved to have that, you know, especially an ensuite bathroom. I think that's just, there's just something about that, you know, just walking into the bathroom from your own room. Yeah, so this is the kids' bedroom or teens' bedroom, I would say. Yeah, like I said, it's, I mean, it's not really neutral, you know. I used this wallpaper. I forget which pack that came with. It's this leafy wallpaper, which I mean, it's very bold. I used that in the whole room, which I wouldn't typically do, but I think it looks pretty cool. Like, paired with this Dream Home Decorator bed in this soft kind of green swatch. Again, with the green, you know, I'm using a lot of green here. I'm kind of digging it, you know. Yeah, and then I kind of make this custom kind of closet area here, where I use a lot of these Dream Home Decorator things, and this yeah, there are just like these dividers. I'm trying to see, like, I'm trying to look at the monitor and see like which pack they're from, but the resolution is just so low. I can't really see the packs, you know, it's just hard to tell. Anyway, so yeah, I was debating, like I was thinking to include an easel in the room, but it's just, you know, it wouldn't have been really, it would have been a bit cramped, I think, and so I decided to put the easel on the balcony, which probably isn't very realistic, but yeah, I wanted there to be some sort of artistic activity, like the possibility anyway. And also on the balcony on top, that goes out to the back, there's also like a yoga mat and I think also meditation pillow. So yeah, and this is the porch. I did add this bench here, and I lifted it up, I think once or twice using 9 on the keyboard, and I used these things that came with the toddler pack, I think, and they are kind of like the end things for this fairy light. I don't know, like, you know what I mean. I use those, I kind of put them at an angle using tool. And yeah, I kind of try to make it look like the bench is hanging, you know? So I do that sometimes. I think it's quite cool, you know, to have like a hanging kind of bench on the porch, and it is functional. So I think you can lift up the bench or seat or whatever you're using up to 2 times and it will still be functional, I think. So yeah, this is the balcony. I forgot that I was showing this, but apparently I am. And yeah, this is the back side of the house. Like, this is the terrace kind of porch at the back of the house. Yeah, so obviously they have like a grill, a big seating area. They have a bunch of activities there as well. I did include these planter pots there. And yeah, I think also like a flower arranging table. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, a bunch of, I think these things that came with Equal Lifestyle for like planting and, you know, that kind of thing. And yeah, just like a bunch of chairs. And I will add the pool in a second. And also there will be like a rounded kind of seating area where I included this bonfire, which, yeah, I think that's pretty cool, you know, to have a bonfire in the backyard, especially in autumn or winter. So yeah, this is the pool. I was trying to go for somewhat of a rounded shape, which is why I use these stone things that are from Debug. I think they're base game, I think. And I used them all around the pool to kind of, you know, make it look a little like rounded. It didn't turn out too great in my opinion, but it's okay. I couldn't really be bothered to make it look like perfect. And you have to make sure though that you leave one spot open, because these stone things, they have a footprint, so your Sims can't just walk through them. And yeah, so you can see here there's like this little spot on the edge of the pool that's just open, so the Sims can actually enter the pool. And yeah, so there's just a little like terrace area there, like a patio or whatever. And here I'm working on this rounded kind of seating area with a bonfire. I just added like a round foundation, like a round floor piece basically. I think I used just a balcony kind of thing, you know. Initially I just wanted to place this all like on the ground without a floor piece. But it didn't really look quite right, so I decided to go with this. Yeah, now I'm just working on the landscaping, and for landscaping I'm really not doing nothing too special here. I'm building this in summer, so I will change it up slightly in a second. Like I will go in and add like a bunch of pumpkins and mushrooms and all that kind of stuff to make it look more autumny or fall-like, you know. I never know which word to use because, you know, I'm from Germany, so I mean, I don't use either word usually. So yeah, sometimes I say fall, sometimes I say autumn, you know. So yeah, yeah, this is the outdoor lighting, but I will go back and add like the pumpkins and all that stuff as I just said. Yeah, so I'm doing that here. And yeah, also I include some rocks. You know, I have like these paths in the front here and also in the back, and I kind of felt like looking at it a bit later, I felt like it looks a bit weird. You know, if you use the terrain paint and you just spray paint kind of stone on the floor, it just looks weird, you know, it's just not realistic. So I decided to kind of cover the edges with some rocks or stones. Yeah, you will see that in the cinematic shots in the end. And yeah, here I'm just using like a bunch of these pumpkins and like all sorts of pumpkins and mushrooms that came with cottage living and seasons and the spooky stuff and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I just went a bit crazy there, you know. Also I used these, you know, with cottage living, we got these kind of, you know, these chairs, these seats that look like mushrooms. Yeah, I just think they're super cute, and they do look quite real, you know. They look like real mushrooms, I think, you know. So yeah, I just used a lot of those and just placed them inside the flower beds, really. By the way, excuse the fly. There's just a fly here that keeps flying like around. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just doing that all around the house. I'm just using Tool to copy paste all these mushrooms and pumpkins and all that. And yeah, so I'm just adding them everywhere basically. And I also added these leaves that came with seasons, I'm pretty sure, around the trees. So they will start like going bad after a while, you know, they will start kind of smelling. I included them anyway because just, you know, for the aesthetic, but I would suggest you delete them, or, you know, you can have your Sims just like kind of throw them away, I'm pretty sure. So I would recommend you do that because it doesn't look nice, because they kind of yeah, you can see the smell, and yeah, it's not very nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I'm just adding a bunch of pumpkins everywhere, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I very much hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Enjoy the cinematic shots in the end, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!